You can be charged with anything. People get charged all the time based on the fact that a policeman on the ground's job is a policeman going to the scene of any altercation. His initial job is much like an ER nurse. When he goes in, he stops the bleeding. He does triage. He stops the bleeding, he figures out what's going on to the best of his ability, and then he has to make a call on the street. So he also may not understand what the elements of self-defense are or how it goes. Or he may see somebody bleeding and busted all to pieces and say, somebody's got to take responsibility for this. You come with me. Those types of things happen. It doesn't mean that a policeman's a bad guy. It doesn't mean that anybody's got ill will. It just means that in his triaging, stopping this situation from happening and trying to figure out an outcome, that he's picked the primary aggressor and arrested them. You could be arrested anytime for that type of stuff. Now, being convicted and being arrested are two totally different things. In order to arrest you, a policeman, an officer on the road, has to have what's called probable cause. There was a judge that I used to really like when I was a younger lawyer, used to spend some time with, and he used to say that probable cause means that a crime probably happened, and if it probably happened, you probably did it. And while that's not the appropriate legal standard, it makes sense to me that way, because that's a very low bar. Now, to convict somebody, you got to prove their guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, which is the highest standard there is under the law. And there's a big difference there. So while you can be arrested for anything or nothing at all sometimes, due to this triage policing, which is just the nature of the beast. We can want it to be better, we can want it to change. But I do not truly believe that in most situations there's any malice. It is simply stopping the bleeding, triaging the situation, and breaking it up. But there's a big difference in that and being convicted, particularly if you have a self-defense claim.